The newest Pokemon trading card game, Pocket Expansion, just dropped, and the meta seems to be shifting. We're going to talk all of that and one specific card on today's video. Hey guys, this is Justin. Hello and welcome to another video. So, Mythical Island is now out. People are reconfiguring their decks to make use of the new cards. Grass, for example, has powerful new weapons in Celebi and Superior. I want to talk specifically, however, about one of my favorite decks, Blaine Fire. Also, make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I will be doing a few more pulls, and I'm also putting together a big video of 100+ pulls that should be live very soon. As a note, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We also did a live stream today. You're going to want to turn notifications on, especially as the channel is still growing. Alright, so with Grass getting a couple of big buffs, now is a perfect time to go back to Blaine, especially because the deck has just improved. So, there are a couple of new options. For one, the new Ponyta is a simple improvement. This isn't controversial. Alongside the 10 damage it always did, it now has the chance to do 40 based on the flip of a coin. More controversial, however, is the Rapidash, and I'll put both up on screen right now. So, Blaine Fire is all about quick damage. It's part of the reason why Rapidash is so nice. She could do 40 damage with just one energy, while you're also empowering other Pokemon, especially Ninetales, who really is your heavy hitter in the deck, at least the old deck. So the new Rapidash has potential for significantly more damage. Again, it's a coin flip, but you can do up to 100 before even invoking Blaine, but the cost is 2 energy. Now, I have some opinions on this, and I think you'll see that play out when we get to the testing portion of the video. The question really is it worth the extra energy and potentially the slower deck for the extra damage? And honestly, it depends a lot on how you start the game. If you're going second, i.e. you're attacking first, I really like the new Rapidash because you get that first attack with Ponyta, you can't evolve anyway, then next turn you get to throw in Rapidash and do potentially up to 100 damage plus Ponyta's damage from the prior attack. However, if you're going first, i.e. you're attacking second, the old Rapidash is honestly a better option. You get to evolve, you get to do that one energy attack on your first turn, and you're a bit more protected from attacks coming against you. But you also lose potentially massive damage. I mean, Rapidash with a coin flip can get not just 100, but 130 when empowered by Blaine. Obviously, there's a bit of a risk there because you could be burning a supporter card for nothing if you land on Tails, but it gives the deck a dangerous edge. And right now, as we're testing it, I'm actually going to run one of each card. Eventually, I'll probably through experience choose one setup I like more, but as for now, I like the flexibility of having one of each, and I've only pulled one Rapidash anyway. However, the deck offers another interesting option, and that is Farfetch'd. So Farfetch'd was really an important staple of this deck, and I think it still will be. 1 energy, 40 damage. It's super important for a Blaine deck, which relies on constant, fast chip damage. So my question is, are there any new cards which could replace it? Well, if you like living on the edge, Eevee is certainly an interesting option. But statistically, I think you're better off sticking with Farfetch'd. So the new Eevee is sort of like Sabrina. She'll do 20 damage for every coin flip until she hits a Tails. 50% of the time you're doing no damage. Then you need to hit another Heads to even match Farfetch'd. I just think the reliability of Farfetch'd is probably better than Eevee, but you could argue that at the end of the day, 40 damage isn't doing a whole lot. I would disagree, but maybe some would argue that the Eevee is better, especially because you could work in maybe a Flareon or some other evolution. Otherwise, I'm probably not changing a whole lot. The new trainer cards are interesting, but I don't think they really benefit Blaine. Perhaps you could work in blue if you find your stage 1 Pokemon, or rather your basic Pokemon, are dying too much. But again, I think this deck is in a decent spot right now. It faces off pretty well against Celebi. Funny enough, it's one of the only decks which is really going to suffer against Aerodactyl because you are often evolving on the fly in the active spot just because of how fast the deck moves, but still, most of the time, I think you're okay. With that being said, let's jump into the game. We'll do a couple of polls right now, actually, and then we'll get into the matchups. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop into a battle here. I think we will just do a random match, and then maybe we'll go in and play the Celebi deck that is in solo matches. I recorded one. I'm frustrated I recorded one because the person quit like halfway out, which just kind of ruined the recording. and I did the pack pull as well, so that's a little frustrating. But it's okay. It's all right. I'll try to figure out a way to get a pack pull at the end. All right, so going first impacts a lot here. I kind of discussed how that affects your Rapidash choice, because again, we can get Stomp here, but if we had both versions of Rapidash, the question becomes, do I want to get the instant damage with the evolved form, or do I want to wait a turn and not get that damaged, but go for the more risky one, knowing that if you get a coin flip, it's kind of a waste of time. All right, so obviously we're playing a Dragonite deck. I do not like this deck at all as a matchup for us, just because it gets tanky fast, and it's a bit hard for us to deal with that. So I'm going to use my Pokeball first just to get some basic Pokemon out of the way. Let's go ahead and use my Professor's Research. Giovanni, Rapidash. Okay. So in this case, it's an easy decision. We're not going to evolve it. We'll just hope that we don't get killed. I mean, I don't know how we would. So get the Stomp. And nice, we do 40 damage. And that guarantees without a heal that we take him out next turn. But it is weird having to... Normally, the Ponyta, the Rapidash, is kind of just a stall Pokemon. Something you use to chip away at your opponent while you're getting your Vulpix and your Ninetales charged up. So it is a little different, but it's fun. What are you planning? Okay. So I'm going to be able to kill this Coughing, which is nice. And I could rely on just the good RNGesus to carry me, but I also do have a Blaine. So I will use that. Sorry. Yeah, because I don't want to... Yeah, I'll go ahead and use Blaine. So now we could be pulling off, you know, a lot of damage here. I'm glad I used Blaine because we got exactly what we needed. And we're in a pretty dangerous spot. Like, if he puts that Dragonair out, which I don't think he will, if it's not evolved, we could theoretically kill it in one turn. But I guess he's just stalling now. Let's see if he gets a Dragonite. Yep. So, okay, that I wasn't expecting that. I figured he'd put his energy on his Dragonite, but okay. And that is perfect timing. We will start empowering our Vulpix and get that ready in the wings. Doesn't matter, but we hit it. So I don't know why he bothered wasting that energy. It obviously would have been better served going to Dragonite. And I guess he saw that he's got a water energy, so he wouldn't have been able to use his attack anyway. That's why I don't run dual energy decks. It's too annoying. This is actually a triple energy deck. He's got dark too, so this is some wacky deck building, but okay. And he's not gonna be able to do anything for 2 turns. So let's go ahead and get our 9. Oh, that's far-fetched. What? There we go. Not that it really matters, but why not? He's in trouble because he's got a lot of energy dedicated to a Dragonite that can't do anything. If he switches it out, I'm going to kill whatever he puts in. If he doesn't, I'm going to kill Dragonite. So GG's there. Good game. Let's go ahead and do one. Okay, let's go ahead and do one against the Celebi deck. But that's a good look at how the new cards operate. And yeah, you can see that I just find that the new Rapidash is more useful than the old version was. So can we not do... Let's just do the... We'll do the Celebi EX deck here. It's probably not the most meta deck, but that's fine. Going first again. I'll say, I mean, Ponyta is always your kind of the starter you hope for in this deck. But now with just the extra damage potential, it's nice. We got 2 Blaines, a Pokeball. Okay. You always want to use your Pokeball, even if you don't need the basic, just to get it out of the draw queue. There's an interesting strategy where you can also use the scope in the Pokeball, because the Pokeball, it shuffles your... Or maybe it's not Pokeball that shuffles your deck. There's one... I thought Pokeball shuffled your deck. No, it's not. But there are some cards which do. So you can use scope to kind of mess around with that sometimes. Ouch. Not really much else to do here. Nice. So that'll be 70 damage. Attack 1. Or 60, sorry. 40 plus 20. My math is bad sometimes. Hopefully we can get an evolution here. So Celebi is nasty. For those who don't know, and who haven't seen Celebi in the wild yet, just heal. Celebi does 50 damage on a coin flip for every energy they have. And given the fact that there are Pokemon now which are doubling Grass's energy value, you can pretty quickly be flipping like 6 or 7 coins, which is not good. And that sucks, because I'm not going to kill him. But it's alright. It's alright. So that's fine, because we're about to... Wow. You can see there. Superior just empowering the crap out of that Celebi. But it's fine, because we've got a Blaine, so that'll be game over for him. Go ahead and use this Blaine. I like how they actually have a special notation for when Celebi's got, or for when a Pokemon's getting 2 times their energy. And that'll be it after next turn, because there's nothing he has which can kill or... yeah, because you had to retreat. Yeah, if he hadn't had to retreat that Pokemon, he would have had 4 energy. So Superior is really nasty. Obviously, it is a Stage 2 Pokemon, so you need a bit of RNG to get him going, but when you do, just Grass decks. Pretty gross. But that's it for now. I would like to do a pull, but I don't think I've got enough stuff. We will be doing a massive... everyone who works on the channel recorded their pulls for this deck. So we will be doing a big, massive compilation. It should be over 100. So you guys will have that to watch. You know what? We've got time. Let's try this this other deck real quick. Even though I do have to... I gotta get my kids from school ASAP, so... Man, that's another... going first again. And we've got the dilemma. What do we do? Pretty simple in this case, because we only have the one. But the more I play this, the more I'm leaning towards... I'm pretty much always going to... I think I'm going to switch both Rapidashes in, is what I'm trying to say. I should have put Vulpix down, although it doesn't really matter. So I don't think that I don't think you can do ×4 your energy value. Like, I don't think it multiplies. Kind of get that Vulpix down. Pokeball out. Dang. Not ideal. Because now we've got the question of, do we want to use a Blaine? Because if we... Oh, we've got a Giovanni, so that's perfect. So I'd like to save the Blaine to chew through his other Pokemon. So I'm glad we used that, because it's going to do exactly 70. And the rest of this should be pretty quick. He's not going to be able to get his... I think it's a Venusaur deck. He's not going to be able to do anything with that. Just go ahead and... You know what? Let's just roll it. Hope for the best. And we did not succeed. And you know what? I think it's pretty clear how this battle is going to go. So I think I will call it there. Just because I've got to go get my kid, and then we're running late, and I think we've got a good idea of how the deck works. So please let me know, what are you going to do with Blaine? Are you going to keep your original Rapidash in, or are you going to move a new one? Let me know. But that's all for me, guys. I'll see you next time, and I'll let the battle auto itself out. Goodbye.